6 stone, 84 pounds. That's how much weight I've lost. 14 months ago, I weighed 22 stone and 11 pounds. I was tired, I avoided the cameras, and if I'm completely truthful, I worried about what the future may actually look like. Today, I've lost 6 stone, but here's the strange thing. The number on the scales isn't the biggest change. Hello and welcome back to Man Does Midlife. If you're new here, I've been documenting my journey, taking Mounjaro every single week. The weight loss, the stalls, the mistakes, everything that's happened along the way. And this week, I've finally reached something that 13, 14 months ago seemed almost impossible. I've lost 6 stone, 84 pounds. I don't want to just sit here and tell you how pleased I am about losing 84 pounds. Because when I look back at the bloke that started this journey all that time ago, it's not just the weight that's different. Some of the changes have been obvious, some I never expected. And there have been parts of losing this much weight that have been much harder than I ever thought they would be. So today I want to show you what losing 6 stone actually changed physically, mentally, and in my everyday life. Because I'm not actually at the end of my journey yet. So I also want to talk about what happens next. So for me, 84 pounds, 38.1 kilograms gone. I started at 319 pounds. I'm now 235 pounds. So that's from 22 stone 11 down to 16 stone 11. Now, 6 stone, that number, if you had said to me all that time ago, you're going to be 6 stone lighter than when you started, I would have thought you'd lost the plot. I would have thought you were absolutely loopy, because losing that much weight would just seem ridiculous. I tried all these different diets. I tried Weight Watchers, I tried Atkins, I tried fasting, slimming mode, I've tried everything. So to sit here in front of you now, 6 stone lighter, 84 pounds lighter, it just blows my mind. And I'll be honest, it was a milestone that sort of crept up on me. Obviously I knew I was losing weight. I've been through stores and I've had the good times and the bad times with this weight loss. I didn't realise I was creeping up on the 6 stone until I watched another video on YouTube and he happened to mention he'd lost 6 stone. It was 84 pounds. Hang on a minute, that's me. I'm nearly at that point as well. So when I stood on the scales and I actually saw it and realised what I had done, what a day that was. That was absolutely fantastic. And I did mention it on Sunday's coffee morning video because I was very excited to share that news. So what was life actually like for me before I started this journey at 22 stone 11? And it's worth pointing out that wasn't actually the highest I've ever been. I was at one point 23 stone and 5 pound. So I was even heavier than when I started this journey. I felt like I was on the road to things going bad really quick. I felt like I was maybe a few months away from having medical issues, maybe diabetes or pre-diabetic. I felt like I had no energy. I wanted to sleep all the time, and I would sort of find happiness in eating. The clothes were always a problem. It really used to frustrate me not being able to buy clothes off the shelf. You can't get the clothes that you really want to wear. And it's really frustrating ordering clothes online. You tend to order from companies that do larger sizes. So it's nice now to be able to go into a normal shop like a normal person, pick up a hanger, pick up an XL, it's gonna fit. It is such an amazing feeling. I never had that feeling. I never had that feeling for a long, long time in my adult life. And I'm 54 now. When I started, I was 52. And I recently had a grandson, and I've got another one now, and that was a real motivator for me to try and lose this weight. But did I think I would lose 6 stone? Not in a million years. It really is. For me, this medication has been an absolute game changer. And there's so many aspects of this transformation. And I'm not here to make weird health claims. And this is purely about my experience, my lived-in experience of taking this medication. Now, I've been going to the gym for a long time, and I was a lot stronger before I started this Mounjaro than I am now. But it never actually felt like there was any benefit to it. I couldn't see any muscles, I couldn't see any definition, because it was hid under that 6 stone of fat. And now when I go to the gym and I work out, albeit I have got a little bit of an ouchy shoulder, so I'm not able to do what I want to do. But when I go to the gym, I can feel and see like I'm getting the benefit from it. And my sort of mobility, my stamina, and just walking up a flight of stairs, it really has changed the world for me. I'm currently on holiday in Italy. I had great plans of this video being filmed on a beautiful terrace somewhere with the sun in the background of the trees. You can see I'm sat in a hotel room. But I've walked 17,000 steps today around Turin. 17,000 steps. Yeah, I've got a few aches and pains. I'm a 54-year-old man. That's meant to happen. I would never have been able to do that when I was 22 stone and 11 pounds. The mobility side of it, the heat, I would have been a broken man. And it's things like that that bring it home to you. The benefits, the health benefits that losing this weight has brought to me by this magical injection that I stick in my belly every single week. And I'm not going to lie to you, not everything's been perfect. There's certainly been some plateaus, there's certainly been some stores, and there's certainly been some times when I could have picked up that injection and thrown it out the window because I felt it wasn't working anymore. One thing that's so important to point out to everyone, whether you're on this journey or whether you're considering starting this journey, and your body loses 6 stone a lot quicker than your head does, and that is a fact. It's changed so many things. It's changed my confidence, it's changed my relationship with food. Let's not even talk about food noise right now, because I never really believed that was a thing. Absolutely, it's a thing. And if anyone says that there's no such thing as food noise, there really is. But the psychological difference and that adjustment that you need to make seeing a different person in the mirror is beyond what you'd ever believe it to be. And there's times when I see photos of myself now, or I look in the mirror now and go, is that really me? And it really is. So I can categorically state I don't feel 100% like I've lost 6 stone, 84 pounds. And I very often see myself as the larger version of myself. And I'm guessing, if there's people out there, let me know down below in the comments if you've experienced this. You know what it feels like, and you can give me any tips on how perhaps that changes as the journey continues. I'd be ever so grateful. Yes, it's been an amazing milestone to reach and mind blown, as I previously said. But has it been as satisfying as I would imagine it was going to be? I'm not 100% sure. And I don't think that'll really happen until everything up here catches up with everything down here. And another thing I need to be 100% clear with you and honest with you is the Mounjaro doesn't do everything for you. It doesn't do all the work. It doesn't, you don't inject it, you don't wake up with a 6-pack 6 months later. That is not how it works. You've got to adjust how you think about food. You've got to treat it as a tool. You've got to treat it as an opportunity. It's not magical. It's not going to do it all for you. You've got to make the right decisions. And you can certainly help yourself along the way by exercising, going to the gym if you're able, and of course keeping consistent. If you've watched any of the videos on this channel, you'll know about the stores, you'll know about the plateaus, you'll know how frustrated I was getting all those months ago when nothing I was doing would make a difference. They were mistakes. They were me not doing what I know that I probably should have done. They were self-sabotage. You've also got to realise the progress is not linear for anyone, and be aware that everybody's journey is different. We do not all lose weight at the same rate. It's just not how it works. That is not how it works at all. And another thing to mention is doses. I was quite lucky in the fact that I was able to stay relatively low on doses, and I'm still taking 10 milligrams now, but I've never gone above that. Without a doubt, 3.75 milligram, which is an unapproved dose. So make of that what you will, was my most effective dose. And I lost a lot of weight taking 3.75 milligrams before moving up to 5, 7.5, and then 10 where I am now. And, within hopefully within a month, maybe 5-6 weeks, I will be looking to start titrating down the doses to find that dose that's just right for me for maintenance. But obviously, that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun and games. Right, as I mentioned earlier, I am on holiday at the moment, but just because I'm on holiday doesn't mean I haven't travelled without my protein works. It's still so important for me to get enough protein, and that's why every morning I take one of these meal replacement shakes. This one is chocolate silk flavour. My personal favourite is the speculoos one, which is sort of like a Biscoff flavour. There is a link in the description. If you use my link and code MDM, you will of course get a discount. Because for me, just because I'm on holiday doesn't mean I want to miss out on the protein. Right, so if you're watching this now thinking 84 pounds down, 6 stone loss, he's absolutely smashed it. He's absolutely cruised through this journey, hasn't he? Man does midlife, stuck the jab in, he's lost weight every single week. It's really not like that. There are some lessons to learn, without a doubt, on a Mounjaro journey. Months of repetition, months of remembering to take the jab, months of prioritising protein, months of trying to learn these new ways of eating, these new portion sizes, all the lessons, the hydration, all the stuff that you probably didn't do before you started, just like I didn't. The months and months of frustrating weighing, standing on the Hume scales, nothing happens. The side effects, the sulfur burps, the constipation, all that kind of stuff. The financial commitment. I've paid over £3,000 for this medication now, and that is ongoing. There's a massive commitment. Having to buy clothes all the time. And I'm not boo-hoo, cry me a river, because it's really not about that. It's about making you aware there are certain commitments before you embark on this journey, and the financial commitment is a massive one. Comments from other people judging you. You're taking the easy way out. Eat less, move more, that side of things. You're going to get it all the time. I know I certainly do. I get it on the channel all the time. It is part and parcel. But it is a lesson to learn, and it can be stressful. And if it's going to affect you, you need to be aware of that. Another biggie for me, what happens when I stop taking the medication? Yeah, you're going to put all the weight back on. I know I've heard all that before. I've heard it a million times. But that is a consideration. It is a worry, and it's something that you need to consider, because when you move into maintenance, as I will be soon, there's all sorts of people that have an opinion. Many of those opinions are valid, and I am grateful for everybody's opinion. You've got to find your own way. We're kind of guinea pigs in this, aren't we? We've got the guidance of our medical professionals, our pharmacists, and all those people. So the big question is, was it worth it? Has it been worth it? If I could go back 14 months and knowing everything I know now, would I have started again? Absolutely. Wouldn't even hesitate. Has it been worth the money? It's always nice to not have to spend money, isn't it? But it is what it is, and it's got me to this place where I am now. No regrets whatsoever. There have been parts of the journey that haven't been particularly easy, and they've been quite stressful, and that's mostly been the stalls and the plateaus. But I've seemed to have turned a corner with that now anyway, so that's absolutely fine. Is there anything I genuinely regret? There's one thing I regret, and that is not starting it sooner. And I know that sounds like the absolute cop-out of an answer, but I really, really do wish I'd started it earlier. There were people around me saying you shouldn't do it. I'd rather you didn't take this, and I should have ignored that, and I should have started earlier, because I probably would have been at go weight by now. Is there anything that would tell the version of yourself holding that first pen? Just get it in you, because I waited a good few weeks before I did that sort of first injection, because I was worried about it. The second thing would be, make sure you don't lie to yourself. Make sure you're true to yourself. So that's exactly where we are now. I feel like I've achieved something that's absolutely enormous, something that's amazing, and something that I really should be proud of. But there's a little bit of me that thinks, hang on a minute, when one, we're not finished, and two, we've then got to sort of evolve into maintenance, and that's going to be a completely different ball game. It's going to be tough for me to sort of find out where the levels are, find out exactly what I can eat, what I can't eat. And obviously we're going to be titrating down with the medication as well, and that's going to have a massive impact on which sort of direction we go in. And obviously there's that massive uncertainty over, can I keep this weight off? Will it stay the same? Or am I going to start putting the weight on? I've watched a few videos now on a few channels, and it looks like it's a tough part of the journey. People seem to stop the medication and they start putting weight on. So obviously that is a major concern for me at this time. But the biggest immediate challenge for me is obviously £84, 6 stone down, currently on holiday. And there's a lot of different angles to that. that are normal. And, you know, we're talking about eating out, restaurants, less control over meals, not going to be able to weigh in for just under 3 weeks, traveling, sitting in the car, all that kind of stuff. You want to go on holiday, you spend a lot of money on your holidays or your vacations, you want to enjoy it. And I'm genuinely interested to see what happens on this one. It's the first one I've done where I've lost a huge amount of weight, and I'll be interested to see how this one pans out. And obviously, you guys will be the first to know about it once I get back and I get weighed in again, and we'll share it all openly and honest as we always do on this channel. So 84 pounds gone. Obviously, this isn't the finish line. This isn't the end of the road for me. I'm still going. I've still got that 11 pound to lose. And then, you know, I don't know where my weight's going to eventually settle. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to keep the weight off and whether it proves harder than actually losing the weight. And that's a good reason to subscribe to the channel. If you don't already, it would be absolutely amazing. Join me on this journey and we'll see exactly where it takes us. If you could like this video, that would be amazing too. Hit the hype button, put your bell on, do all those crazy YouTube algorithm-y type things. That would be amazing. I'm going to leave a couple of videos on the screen right now. One of them will be last week's Sunday coffee morning video, where I made the announcement about this weight loss. And the other one will be one that YouTube thinks you're going to absolutely love. As always, thanks very much for watching. I will catch up with you on Sunday for a coffee, and enjoy the rest of your week.